This is Xia, Legends of a Drift system, designed by Cody Miller. There are a lot of rules to absorb because it's such a wide open game. You can pretty much do whatever you want, and it's an unapologetic dice fest with great swings of luck. Your first game especially will have a lot of downtime, but it's fun. The rules are reasonably intuitive, the gameplay is utterly charming, the components are the best you'll ever see, and the moments the game generates are memorable. In this game, you're a lone space captain trying to make your way in the hostile cosmos. You've got to try and reach a certain number of fame points, which you can earn by being an explorer, or a pirate, or a merchant, or a smuggler, by completing missions, and a couple of other ways. Oh, and if you ever roll a natural 20 on the 20-sided dice, you get a fame point. If that really bugs you, maybe this isn't the game for you. First, shuffle the sector tiles and deal out as many tiles as there are players. Be sure to match up at least one of the symbols for each one. Make sure each tile has a spawn point, otherwise redeal it. Put exploration tokens on each of the exploration token spaces. Shuffle the mission cards and title cards. Put them on the table with the cargo cubes, damage markers, outfits, credits, and dice. Give each player a how to win card and 3,000 worth of credits. If you're using the NPC cards, then shuffle them and deal one face up to each player, but in this introduction I'm not going to cover them. Decide how many points you want to play to by putting the victory marker on the fame point track. I recommend 5 points for your first game. Each player chooses a tier 1 ship, or in your first game you can deal them out randomly. So each player will need a ship map, the ability card for that ship, and the ship miniature. They'll also need an impulse token, a set of markers, and a little disc to mark their colour and whether they're an outlaw. And then each player spends their credits to purchase outfits, which must fit into your ship's profile. You can buy shields, blasters, missiles, and you'll definitely need an engine. Now you're ready to start. There's one thing you can always do on your turn, and that's to flip your impulse token and move that many spaces. The impulse of this ship is 3. Apart from that, you can take as many actions on your turn as you're able to. There are basically 2 types of action you can take on your turn. The first type of action is to use your armed markers to activate your ship outfits. So for example, I'll activate this engine. That allows me to roll an 8-sided dice and move that many spaces on the board. In this case, 3. You can keep going as long as you have use spaces available still on your outfits. Note that damage can block use spaces, and also if you're using an outfit that, say, has 1 piece of damage on it, then you subtract 1 from the dice roll, and if it has 2 pieces of damage, 2, and so on. At the end of your turn, you can reset your ship map by moving all of the markers onto the disarmed spaces, and then paying energy to rearm them, ready for the next turn. Also, flip back your impulse token and your ship's special power if you used them, ready for next turn. The other types of actions you can take are board contextual actions, and I'll demonstrate those and show you the flow of the game and some basic strategies by going through some mock turns. Okay, first this guy, Easy Tiger, is going to try an exploration tactic. He's going to take one of his arm markers and put it on his engine and roll. That's an 8-sided dice. He's got a 7, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's not going to use the rest of his action. He's going to stop there so that he can do a different major action, which is to scan here. And we've got to line up the symbols. Okay, so there's a new exploration token here. Now, he wants that exploration token, so he's going to use another engine. That's a 6 this time. So he goes in here. He's still got 5 movement points left. He has to roll because he's gone into an asteroid field. He rolls a 20-sided dice. It's a 1. So he would have to take 1 damage somewhere on his ship, but instead he's going to use his shield. That's a 6-sided dice. That's a 5. He gets no damage, it's mitigated. So now he gets this exploration token. It's a credit. He gets 1 credit. And he's got 5 movement points left, so he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's just going to blind jump this time. He's going to go off into space and hope for the best. 5. He's jumped into the sun. Instant death. In the case of instant death, all of your armed markers go back up. Your impulse token gets flipped if it was flipped. You keep your credits and your outfits. All of your damage gets reset, and on the next turn you're going to spawn from one of these points. Roll the 20-sided dice to see where you spawn from. Okay, next this guy is going to try a trading tactic. He's got a special power that he's going to invoke now. It says to roll a d20, and depending on the result, he can go through one planetary shield for free on this turn. Normally, he would risk unblockable damage if he went through a planetary shield. So, he's going to use an engine, an 8-sided die in this case. He gets a 2. He's going to go 1, 2 through the planetary shield. He's going to spend 1,000 credits to get 2 spice, which he's going to put in his hold. And then he's going to use another engine. That's a 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's entered an unlawful planet. Therefore, as an innocent ship, he's done an illegal act. He now has a bounty on him. Anyone who kills him will get that bounty. And you can put that marker on there to symbolize that. So now he's going to use his impulse to go 1, 2, 3, pick up this exploration token, but it does nothing. On the way to the sell space, he's then going to use the sell space, sell these two for 2,000 credits. He's going to use his engine again. 7 again. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's entered a nebula, so he's got to roll to lose energy. He doesn't lose energy, he's fine. He gets this exploration token as well, another 1,000 credits. Now he's got nothing to do with this last armed marker, so he's finished. He resets. He's gone to the disarmed spaces, and he pays 1, 2, 3 to rearm them. He flips his impulse token, and that's it. Okay, now this guy, the swamp rat, is going to try a combat tactic. He's going to go for him because he's got 1,000 bounty on him that he wants to earn, and he'll get a fame point if he manages to kill him. First of all, he's got line of sight because nebulas don't block line of sight, and he's within 2 to 6 spaces. So he can use his arm marker on his missile, roll an 8-sided dice. He got a 2. So this guy gets 2 damage, and he's got no shields, so he's got to take it. He can choose where to put it on his ship. Okay, now he's going to use his impulse and go 1, 2, 3. He's entered the nebula, he's got to roll for that. It's a 2, so he loses 2 energy. Now he's adjacent and he's got line of sight. He's going to use a blaster, 6-sided dice. He got a 1, so this guy has to take 1 more damage. He's going to try again. He got a 3, so this guy has to take 3 more damage. He's got 3 spaces left. He's got 1 arm marker left. He's going to use his engine to ram him. That's a 6-sided dice. He gets 3. So, with ramming, both of you get the damage. This guy is dead. He'll put his damage here. That means his missile will be rolling at -1 next time because it's got 1 damage on it. He gets a fame point. All of his damage clears. He keeps his outfits and his money. His stuff resets. This guy earns the bounty. If he'd killed an innocent ship, then he would have earned a bounty and become an outlaw. Okay, finally this guy is going to try a missions tactic. He's got a special power. He rolls a d20 and he can add some to an engine roll. He's rolled an 11, so he can add 5 to 1 engine roll. So he uses an engine, 6, and he can add 5. He can go 11 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he still has 5 movement points left, and he's going to pick up missions, which is a minor action. He's going to choose this mission and discard the others. This one says he has to fly to Krella 4, pick up some data, and then deliver it to Lunari. So he's going to try and do that now. He's still got 5 movement points left. So he's going to go through the gate. 1, 2. The first person through the gate earns a fame point. 3, 4, 5. Now he's going to use his impulse just to go here and activate this mission.
he needs to roll a d20 to see what it's going to be worth. 13, so it's going to be worth 3,000 credits. Now he has to deliver it to Lunari. 8. He's going to get this exploration token on the way back. 1, 2, 3. He's gone into a debris field. He rolls. 1 to 3, he will die. 4 to 20, he's fine. 12, no problem. He gets this. It's a fame point. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now he'll use his engine again. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he can complete his mission. He keeps that. These go on the disarmed space. This resets. Because he's on a planet, he can refresh his energy for free. Now he's got some money. He's going to do the business phase on this planet. He's going to spend 1,000 credits to buy an extra outfit.
That's pretty much all the information you need to start playing Xia. There are a few things I didn't cover, like titles, getting stranded and rescuing a stranded player, mining, salvaging and harvesting, which is the only way to make money if you've got no money apart from looking for exploration tokens. But that's enough to get you going. The back of the rulebook has an excellent summary on it, and I strongly recommend printing a copy of BGG user Igneous Manus's Xia player reference. If you found this guide useful, please let me know, and enjoy the game.